Hello, everybody. Welcome back to That's Life podcast. I'm your host, Abby Luckett, and life has a lot of highs, a lot of lows, and many in-betweens, but the thing that remains consistent is our God. So let's see what we talk about today. The emotions of this past week were anything but low. They were heightened and intense, which brought us to our knees, quite honestly. And those knees then led to a hand placed against a hand, a palm against a palm, to prayer to our Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus Christ. And last week we talked there were a lot of emotions. And this is a little update from what has happened this past week. I think it was honestly kind of like a little monumental, in my opinion, in our marriage. Mm-hmm. I think it turned the compass quite a bit. Do you like that metaphor that I used?
I did.
Turn the compass?
Yeah, I don't really...
We were headed in one direction, and then the force moved us in another one.
Yeah, the compass
the
changed.
Force being, yeah.
Have you ever used a compass?
It's 2026. Yeah. I use a GPS.
You use Apple Maps.
I use...
the superior map system.
Apple Maps. Yeah. But, this is such a...
Abby's a Waze girl. I'm an Apple Maps.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I thought you were.
Ryan, what?
Like the Waze app? I thought that was what you used.
I've never... Oh. I used that when I was in Dallas during college. Oh, okay. And I said Waze was good for here because they have toll roads and it can navigate you to toll-free roads.
Oh, I got you.
But I always use Apple Maps.
Apple Maps is superior.
That actually kind of freaks me out that you think I'm a Waze girl. Like,
there's somebody in your family that uses Waze.
My mother.
It might be your dad. Oh, yeah, your mom.
Not me. You're married to me.
Okay.
You should know that. We drive in the car together all the time. And
yeah.
What is the app that plays?
You're right.
Man. But what I was going to say is, you know what gets on my nerves?
What?
And this is like, you are staring at yourself in that view.
Well, we have a new camera, and I just feel like I'm so bright.
Yeah, we are pretty bright. We got to figure out these lights. We're real bright. And we're back after some switching of the lights. Anyways, we got a new camera. Continue.
Wait, what was I saying?
I said you couldn't stop staring at yourself in the viewfinder.
Oh, yeah, we got a new camera, and I've been messing with it all week trying to get it right. But, you never know what it's going to look like until you have the entire light set up, which I did not do, which I should have done.
It's okay.
But it's a work in progress. I think it looks way clearer, which is what we were going for.
Y'all are going to have to let us know. I feel like at this point, though, if they've been listening for a while now, they're not here for the production level.
Yeah, because it's been pretty low at times.
It's been pretty low. And it's been a process as well. So I don't think they're expecting from us to know what we're doing. Not expecting much at this point. I think we are the personality hires, and I'm fine with that. But what I was going to say is what gets on my nerves, and this is not valid at all, but I'm just going to say it because for the sake of an entertainment podcast, I guess I'm going to say it. But it's when I look up a direction or like a place on the internet, and then it immediately sends you to Google Maps.
Oh,
and then
my goodness.
And then I'm like,
so
no, I don't want to, or I hit something, and then it takes me to the App Store. And then I try to go back onto the internet to look up something else, and it keeps going back to the App Store, back to the App Store. Oh my goodness. I've never verbalized that before, but now that I have, I feel free.
It's one of the more annoying things ever.
Yeah, but then it's like, it's really not annoying. Like, you're literally fine.
Wait,
but like,
speaking of just random things like that, you know what one of the best Apple inventions of all time is?
What?
Whenever, say you're trying to log into something and it sends you a code, and you don't have to type in the code because it just pops up and you can press the code that's sent to the iMessage. Gosh. That is one of the best Apple inventions. That's so
What are we turning into?
handy.
What are we turning into? It's 6 digits, though.
Sometimes it's longer, I think. Actually, no, it's never
longer. Never longer.
It's never longer.
I don't know. That I'm like, do we really need that? But I mean, I guess it's fine, whatever.
I like it a lot.
My favorite invention from Apple is the iPod. Was it the iPod Nano? The really long one? It had a camera on it. I could take videos. Is that what it was? Is that what it's called? I can't remember what the one that I had was, but it was long in a rectangle and it had a camera. Because it went MP3, iPod Nano, iPod. I feel like specifically with the iPod 5Cs though, everyone cracked those.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, you didn't want a case because of the color.
Oh. Yeah. Did they not make clear cases, or did it just kill the vibe?
I think they made the phone to where it wasn't like crackable on the back, so people just because it was plastic or not plastic, but whatever that material is.
Oh.
but obviously you have a screen, so that's going to crack. And mine was... I was known as the person with like the really messed up phone growing up because they were always cracked screens.
There were some people that would purposefully crack the back of their phone so that they could do this watercolor thing, and you would like color it with markers, and it would look stained glass.
Really? That's kind of weird.
I know, kind of dangerous. I'm not gonna lie, but alas, 2 broken phone livers live with broken phone people have found each other.
Yeah.
Our iPad's broken. Both of my phone screens are broken.
Abby, well, I will say, how many times have I said that we need a screen protector?
For the iPad?
Yeah.
Many a time.
Yeah.
Many times.
It's not broken, it's just a little crack.
We are one, so like,
it doesn't really...
could have done it too.
That kind of stuff really doesn't bother me though. Like, as long as it's working... I'm not someone that, if the screen's cracked, like, oh, I have to get that fixed. If it works still, it's like, whatever. And as long as it's not like cutting your thumb when you're using it.
Yeah, but our iPad, here's the thing, people will look at my phone and they'll be like, oh my gosh, you need a new screen protector. At this point, I don't even notice that it's broken.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why,
I will say, your screen is getting to the point where it hurts the thumb sometimes. Like, you get a little
bit of glass in there.
Little glass in the thumb. That's a little too much for me.
Yeah. I do think, though, like, we film, okay, this is going to sound like...
Oh, no.
Kind of influencer in the wildy, but it's like that is something you have to expect when you set your tripod up like outside and there's wind or like you're propping it up somewhere because you want to film something. Like, yeah, my phone might fall.
I mean, yeah, we're probably a little bit more liable to phone damage than others, but
yeah, like our life is just so hard, like trying to like keep our phones not cracked because we just work so hard.
We work really hard.
We work so hard, like propping our phone up, and it's a really hard job.
And putting our blankets in my pants.
Yeah, try being an influencer for a day. Try it. Gosh. I dare you. No, that's actually one of my least favorite trends. That's like one girl said, I don't even know what girl said that, or it's circulating on the internet that there's this video of this girl being like, try being an influencer for a day. Like, it's so hard. What are your thoughts?
I mean, coming from somebody that worked in corporate America, it's not okay. Come on, people.
Do you want to know my take?
It's consuming, but it's not hard.
I think it takes time and it takes dedication and it definitely takes a lot of preparation, and therefore like that can be hard, like the time consuming part of it and the fact that we are always filming, editing always. However, I don't think it's hard as in like manual labor, or hard as in clocking in for a 12-hour shift at like a nurse, like being a nurse.
I thought it was, yeah, I thought it was interesting. We had, this is going to revoke my like masculinity card, but we had somebody come into our apartment and build our bed frame and our Murphy bed that's right behind us. And he was a Russian guy. And I found it fascinating because he was here for probably 10-ish hours the first day. And then the next day he came and was here for probably 7-8 hours. And I said something like, oh, it's hard work. And he was really confused when I said it. He had this accent and he was just like, what? I don't understand. And I was like, this is some hard work here. And he like looked at me like I was crazy and was like, where I come from, like work is just work. There's no hard work. It's just work. And I was like, oof. It's like, I'm such a lazy boy.
I don't even know if it's that as much though, as it is the concept of what we do. I think in other countries isn't really a thing.
Yeah, like, it is. Other countries have influencers.
They do, but I think that, like, take, for example, Paris. Okay, we watched Emily in Paris.
Great show.
And they...
yeah, actually,
yeah,
I'd say mid-show.
I would say maybe don't watch the show unless you have parent permission to watch the show.
It's not that great.
I don't really think it's out here. I wouldn't say, go watch it.
The first couple seasons were a lot better than the last
fun,
one.
And then you... It's one of those shows where you're like, dang, I wish there wasn't all this nasty stuff in it. Yeah. We would skip through all the scenes with the nasty stuff, but anyways...
So like
viewer discretion.
60% of the show.
Well, there are little things here and there that you can just block. I don't know. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about today. Okay. What we're talking about is the fact that in that show, they, for example, were at lunch, like on a lunch break from work. And then Emily would bring up work. And then they would be like, no, we don't talk about work when we're living life. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, is that the work culture is way different in America than it is in other countries, because it's like, hey, when you're at work, you're working. When you're not working, you're not working at all. And so I can see where he says like, no, I definitely think there's a very different type of grit. Like he's here being like, there's no hard work. It's just work like that. I'm like, dang, that's awesome. But I also think to add to that, there is a level of like, yeah, when I work, and when I live life, and there's no in between. And then you like look at our job and it's like, oh, well, your life is your work.
How true do you think most of those like cultural stereotypes are accurate as far as movies and TV shows, like you're saying, Emily in Paris, compared to like if we went to Paris for a year and tried to experience that? Do you think we would realize that it wasn't as much as it seems, or is it exactly as it seems?
Well, probably not exactly as it seems, because if you look at literally anything in the movies, it's not the same.
Yeah.
The one that comes to mind for me is sex.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Hawaii.
I mean, yeah, Hawaii is another great one.
Yeah.
It's not like it is in the movies.
See, you say that, but I kind of felt like it was like the movies.
When you get off the airport.
No, not off the airport. Not off the airport.
To go drive.
And I'm more so meaning Haleiwa and not Waikiki. So we stayed in 2 different areas in Hawaii when we were there. And one, Waikiki is very touristy. I mean, it is for the vacationer. If you're going to Hawaii, you're probably staying in Waikiki. But we also stayed in this little Haleiwa town called Haleiwa. It's just a little sleepy surf town.
On the North Shore?
Yeah, on the North Shore in Oahu. And I just feel like it was very close to what the movies kind of make it look like.
I guess when I think of Hawaii as like in the movies, it's everything is just lush green, and
it seems like that when it's there.
It's not everywhere.
There's like it.
Sadness and homeless people and roads and interstates and
I guess you're right. Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since we've been there, so I forget. It's
commercialized. There's a crumble. There's a,
But like what I kind of mean is you see the guy without the shirt holding a surfboard barefoot, like walking down the side of the road, and you see it often.
Yeah.
And you go to this gas station and you get, what is it, yams or whatever?
Yams?
What is it again? Spam. Oh, that's tough. Oh, that's tough. You go to the store and you get
yams.
Oh.
Ube.
That's a tough one.
Anyways, when you brought that, you bringing that up makes me feel like, the classic stereotypical kid that studied abroad, that now it's their personality trait. I feel like we sneak in that we lived in Hawaii at least.
And we lived there for like 5 weeks. It wasn't even a very long time.
It's like 6 weeks. And then I lived there for like another 6 or 7 weeks.
Sorry. My wife is craving Hawaii, if anybody was wondering.
Guys, it's bad. I go through these spurts.
You do. It is definitely a phase thing. It's like the emo kid whenever they're in high school. And they're like, Mom, it's not a phase. It's who I am.
Oh, it's reoccurring. It reoccurs. This has been a theme.
That's what I'm saying. Isn't that kind of like what the high school kid does? It's like oh, they'll get out of the phase and they come back to the phase.
I feel like the emo phase, you hit once.
Oh, you hit once?
Mm-hmm. And then you get through it.
I didn't hit an emo phase. I hit a frat boy phase.
That does not surprise me at all.
In high school, I did.
Wait, frat boy?
Yeah.
No. How? Describe what you're meaning, and then I'll tell you what it was.
Well, I always wanted to wear like a button-up plaid shirt with some khaki shorts and some Sperry's.
So it's literally just the look of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel like that was mostly just the style, though. When I think of like...
But that wasn't the style where I grew up.
I wouldn't say frat
where I went to high school.
I would say prep boy. I would say preppy.
That's the same thing.
Well, frat boy, you're going out to like frat parties.
Yeah.
Playing beer pong and...
Red Solo cupping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that in college?
Well, yeah. I have a really big past.
Were you good at it?
At beer pong?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm good at pretty much anything I do, so...
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I didn't actually mean that.
Well, my friends and I, fun fact. So my friends and I, we didn't like ever drink or anything. Fun fact.
No, I want to talk about Hawaii. We just kind of glossed.
Glossed. Oh my gosh. My husband can't speak. Wait, can I just tell you my story and then we'll go back to Hawaii?
Yeah, it's fine.
We would have garage parties in my garage.
In college?
No, in high school.
Oh, okay.
And so it was us. It was us 6. And
garage parties.
So we wouldn't go to parties or anything. We had no interest in drinking really.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I mean, like none of us, a couple of us, like we're just like, we're not doing it ever. So we would dress up and like go out to eat or whatever. And then be like, okay, we're going to all go back into the garage. And so we would go to the garage. I like brought out carpets and stuff and chairs, and we all got ice cream, and we would do lemon juice shots and like take a shot of lemon juice to just like for
to feel something.
No, for beer pong. So we would line the cups up, and there would be lemon juice in the bottom of the cups, like just a little bit of lemon juice. Wow. And then if you landed it in there, you had to.
That's pretty funny.
Kick back the lemon juice.
That's pretty wholesome.
It was so fun. It was so much fun, and it like burned, and we were like, ah, and I don't know. It's just like, it's just good, wholesome fun, and we keep our wits about us. Like our brain is fully there, and we were playing good, wholesome music. It was just a fun time.
Yeah, your high school experience and mine were a little different.
And my mom was in the kitchen making us cookies while we were out in the garage.
Yeah.
And we would turn the lights down. We brought like a speaker and a disco ball and the whole thing. It was great. Highly recommend if you're not a partier. I don't suggest going out and partying. It's not really, my cup of tea necessarily, that unless it's, I don't know. I don't want to judge, but there have been very few parties that I've been to where I leave feeling closer to Jesus.
I've never been to a party that felt the parties that we're talking about, there's plenty of parties I've been to post Jesus that I've felt like 100% brought me closer to the Lord.
That's good.
But it is a way different type of party.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Well, I mean like the classic party, like the stereotypical party. So anyways, if you need another idea of what to do, put lemon juice in some red Solo cups and do it that way. It's super fun and wholesome.
Sure.
Anyways, back to Hawaii.
Yeah.
What did you want to talk about?
Well, I'm just saying, Abby, we were sitting, so Lucky, you guys don't, okay, we were just training Lucky on something, so we had to be away from her. We were just trying to get her to not, whatever, you guys don't care.
Where are you going with this?
We were in the bedroom, and Abby just looks at me and
let's talk about Hawaii. So we're training Lucky. We were in the bedroom, and
Abby and I were laying on the bed.
Yes.
And she was like, "Can I be so for real with you?
Can I help you?"
Yeah.
Set the scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lucky has been biting the wood in her crate. She has this wooden aesthetic crate, and she bites the wood because the material that the crate is made out of is the same material that some dog toys are made out of. So, like, she's not being bad. She just thinks it's a toy. So we're like, how do we teach her? So we set up a baby monitor kind of thing, and we were in our room. She thought we had left, and so we were trying to catch her biting so that we could correct her so that she wouldn't bite. So anyways, we're hiding in my room, watching Lucky.
Your Abby's room, not our room.
In my bed with my sheets. And we are watching Lucky on the baby monitor. And then Ryan brought up the conversation of where should we go to celebrate our 1 year of being married, our 1 year anniversary. So then we started talking about places
and it got a little deeper than that.
Got a little bit more deep than that. And anyways, then we just started talking about where we see ourselves in the future. And we started with, hey, we are very content where we're at. We are not, we literally just talked about this last week. Like, we are very content where we're at. This is simply for fun, just to talk about this for fun. We're not trying to seek. We're not trying to be we're not
saying this for clicks. Yes. We don't want you don't think we're just doing this. It was just a conversation we had.
We are the grass is always greener kind of people. We are happy where we're at. And anyways, so then we just brought up where we could see ourselves when we start having kids, raising a family, that kind of thing.
Which is years down the line.
Yeah, at least 10.
Whoa.
All right. And okay, so then go ahead.
Not 10.
Now 8.
Not 8.
I'm just kidding. Should we drop how many years we said we were going to wait?
Tomorrow.
Does it really matter? No,
why would it matter?
Well, I don't know. So we just didn't know if you wanted to keep it private.
I mean, I don't care.
Okay, I don't care either. I think we're going to wait 3 years.
Maybe a little longer.
Maybe 4. We want Lucky to get older so that she's calm. But also, I'm 23. I think 27-ish could be a nice first baby age.
God willing.
God willing. Yes.
We're not over here planning our every step. We could have it tomorrow. We're doing natural family.
And we would celebrate it too.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Bring on little baby Ryan Luckett Jr.
It could be a girl.
I'm just kidding. We're not doing Ryan Luckett Jr. That's so conceited.
Oh my gosh, I can't with you. Can you finish the story?
Yes. Well, Abby was like, "Can I be so for real with you?" And because I brought up like raising a family and what that would look like and where we would go, all the things.
We said we wanted to be by a beach.
Yeah, want to be by a beach, but we weren't sure like what beach or like what that even looked like. And Abby and I every now and then, especially on the weekends right now, we'll go to beach towns and just look around just for fun to explore like, oh, this would be really cool. Like we just went to one last weekend, Dunedin. Really pretty area.
Did some open houses.
Yeah, if you're ever in the area, in the Tampa Bay area, go to Dunedin. It's really cool. But Abby was like, can I be so for real with you? How many times have I said, can I be so for real with you?
You've said it so many times.
Yeah, it's just
be
tough.
so for real. Be so for real, girl.
Right,
come on.
I'm being so for real.
All right, girl.
She goes, I would love to just sell everything we have and go to Hawaii for a year.
Oh my gosh. Why am I like this? Why? And you know what Ryan said? What'd you say?
Let's do it.
I feel like we would get a lot of hate though.
No, we wouldn't get a lot of hate, but I was like thinking about Lucky and I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea.
I don't know. I think it's a great idea.
We can't even like walk outside with that dog barking.
Yes, we can. Literally, yes, we can. She's doing amazing.
She is doing great, but
she had one bad bark today.
I know, yeah.
It's hard not to focus on the bad though. Mm-hmm. When raising a reactive dog, people.
Yeah, she actually has had a great week.
It's been an incredible week, which we'll get into. So Monday, where we left you guys, we filmed a very emotional episode.
Yeah, wow, it was emotional.
It was very emotional. And this past week, I took off all running, all training, basically replaced that time in the morning that I would spend running and working out with Bible time, being still, being calm in the presence of the Lord. That's not as unusual for you to do. You kind of do that anyways, and then you kind of...
That's how I operate on morning time.
Started. Yeah.
I am a slow morning person.
You're a slow morning person. And I think I need to be that way too, because once I get going, I don't stop until I crash for the end of the day. And then once I crash at the end of the day, all I want to do is doom scroll. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, oh, well, I said I was going to read my Bible at the end of the day, and then I am like super tired and don't feel like it. So anyways, every day this morning got up, and the first thing that we did,
every day this morning.
Oh, Jesus help me. Every day this week in the morning, we would get up, and the first thing that we would do, no alarm. We would wake up with no alarm, and we would just get up.
I don't wake up with an alarm anyway, so. I think alarms are bad for you. Actually, that is true. Alarms are bad for people.
What evidence?
I just think, especially the phone alarms that we have now, I think cause anxiety as soon as you hear them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's why that people were inventing that like sunrise
the hatch alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a hatch alarm I think is demonic.
Oh. What?
They had a commercial that came out where I don't even know, but like something was demonic or something.
What?
I don't know. It's probably all blown out of proportion. I didn't do my research on it, but apparently there was a commercial that came out at Hatch Alarm and they were talking about like the demons or something.
Well,
don't quote me on that. It was something along those lines.
Here's the thing is I'm not naive. Like I know people need an alarm to get up for work, and I'm not saying that that's not the case or whatever. But I do think with how loud and how urgent the iPhone alarms are, they immediately start your day off on the wrong foot. And so like if I hear my alarm, not the one I use for because I do have a lot of alarms to set throughout the day. Abby is notorious for getting on me about that.
He has so many alarms.
But the one specifically that I think of, I used to use the quacking ducks, and that used to be my go-to. But I also used to get like anxiety throughout the day if I accidentally had an alarm on and I heard it and was like, oh, I just like didn't like that noise.
No, yeah.
And I feel like that's the case for people. So like if you're waking up to that.
Well, maybe we should get a hatch.
You just said it was demonic.
Well, I don't know if it actually is. I mean...
That's crazy. You just outed hatch like that. Your dad uses your hatch.
My whole family uses a hatch. I don't... it was just like a thing in the media. I'm not saying they actually are.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have to if you do. I mean...
I wouldn't mind one.
Okay, well then maybe we get one.
But what I was saying is I wake up with the light. So once it starts getting a little light outside, it's usually the time about when I wake up. Abby, on the other hand, is completely different.
Yeah. I just love an early morning. I love seeing the sunrise and seeing the sunset. It like helps me feel good for the day. Can I just say I'm not against hatch alarms. I feel like I need to say that.
Yeah.
Like I would love a hatch alarm unless I do research and then I'm like, yeah, they are demonic. It was just something I heard. Yeah. All right. Anyways, I'm moving on. But we got up, no alarm, and I would make us coffees, and then we would sit and do Bible time for like 1.5 to 2 hours, maybe 2 hours of stretching.
We have been feasting on the word.
But yeah, we've been doing a lot. We would pray for a while out loud. I mean, we still are. We pray out loud together, and then we read our word, write, journal, all the things, and then go about our day. And then even sometimes throughout the end of the day, if we had extra time, we would pick up the Bibles again. Mm-hmm. And I think I haven't operated like that where I am centering my day around my Bible time in a while. Like, it's usually centered around work or the big thing that I have to do that day. And I'm like, okay, where can I fit in my Bible? It was nice to be like, okay, Bible time is first and then everything else happens. And not to be like, I serve the Bible because I serve God, but that's his words. And so I just think there's something so beautiful about like, hey, I'm going to be here until you tell me we're done here.
And and I don't think like God doesn't work like this. He's not a vending machine. But I do think seeking first his kingdom and his righteousness produces something in us. And I think feasting on the word of God produces something in you. Mm-hmm. And
what you just said, seeking first.
Yeah, seeking first his kingdom and his righteousness.
I think that was our like philosophy this week.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say is first. How much better of a week did we have?
It was an amazing week.
Yeah.
And not much about our circumstances changed.
Nothing changed.
Except for our heart.
Yes.
Because we were filling it with truth.
Yeah. And I think there's something to say too. We as a society are the most anxious society ever. Right?
You know why?
Like we are the most anxious generation ever.
Because of these.
Yeah. Like Jonathan Pokluda said it did you see that like Freedom 250 thing?
No, what's that?
I don't know. It was like celebrating something with the United States. I don't know much about it, but I know Sadie Robertson Huff.
Was it like a conference?
I don't know what it was. I saw it on TV.
Okay.
But she like spoke at it, but Jonathan Pokluda spoke at it too. And I saw a little clip on Instagram of him saying, "We are the most anxious generation ever." And hear me when I say this. I am not anti-medication. I am not anti-therapy. Abby has went to therapy. I've went to therapy with Abby.
I'm currently going to therapy. I'm about to get started with a new therapist with BetterHelp. So
I am not anti-mental health, but one thing I will say is, when is the last time you have feasted on the Word of God, been in prayer with God, and just truly sought Jesus' face more than how much you've been on your phone? Like, when have you had more Jesus time than screen time in a day? Mm-hmm. And I would try that before medication or therapy. I am not anti those things. I've been medicated before. But I just think that there's a reason we're the most anxious generation. And I think a big part of it is we spend more time behind a screen than more time prayer, Bible, but also just like being face to face with people.
Can I put a caveat? Not necessarily to the anxious generation thing, but to
the phone thing.
Do you
like caviar?
No.
Okay, I don't either.
I don't even think I've tried it. Mm-mm. But I don't like the look of it.
Yeah, I've never had it either.
It's a little too dark for me. It's giving like chia seeds on steroids.
Yeah, it looks really gross. Sorry, go ahead. You said caveat, made me think of it.
What I was saying is the phone. I feel like a lot of times we hear like, the phone takes away from God time. Get off your phone. The phone is bad. I'm trying to get rid of my phone. Like, I'm trying to... I personally don't feel like the phone is bad. I think the way that we use it can lead to destruction, but we also can use it to lead to better things. I use my phone to help me in my Bible study. I can fill my algorithm with things that inspire me. I feel so inspired when I go look on certain people's pages or get, I get recipes or whatever. Like, there are so many apps. I just downloaded Duolingo to learn a new language. Like, all these, I mean, I only have a 1-day streak, but still, like, I'm doing it.
That's why I laughed.
But I mean, even the social media part of it, like, yes, you don't want your phone to consume you, but I also think that in everything we do, we should do it to honor and glorify Jesus. And I do think there's a way to be on your phone and do that. Like, I think there's a way to be on social media and do that. I would be a hypocrite if I was like, well, social media just takes me away from God.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it takes me away from God, or else I wouldn't be doing this as my job. Like, the videos that we post, I'm not even saying every video that we post has to have a Bible verse in it or whatever, but it's the joy behind what you post. It's the qualities that Jesus possesses that spread the gospel through what you post and what you do. Like,
it's a posture thing. Exactly.
And so I do think that, yes, it definitely can do more harm than good in some cases. Like you're, okay, I really need to read my Bible, but I'd rather scroll my phone case scenarios. However, I do think that it's not all bad. And I personally really love social media, and I love, I don't want to say like I love my phone, but I mean, I think we'd all be lying if we didn't say we didn't love our phone, but I don't love my phone more than I love you, Jesus, people. So it's just where it falls on the priority list, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
Well, I think too, well, for one, I feel like deep connection and like actually having a deep connection with somebody else, meaning not just your husband and wife, but your family or your friends. I feel like our generation doesn't do that as well as, say, maybe 30 years ago. Yeah. Like we know so many people because of social media, and we have direct access to our phones, but we don't know so many people.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like, we know so many people, but they don't like know the deep parts of us. So like we have all of these friendships and all these different things, and I'm saying we as like a generational thing, but I feel like whereas, say, 20, 30, 40 years ago, it was like, no, we are deeply close with our neighbors or our friends that we go to church with, or our friends that like our kids go to school with, and those are who our friends are with forever, and they know our deepest, darkest secrets, and they know everything about us, and we know everything about them, and we're really close, and we depend on each other.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a lost art to have a neighbor.
Yeah.
Like, people don't get to know their neighbors anymore, me included. I don't know anyone that lives near me.
Yeah.
And I feel like it'd be weird at this point if I knocked on someone's door and was like, hey, I just moved in.
But I feel like, was that like super common back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember whenever we toured that place, we went to a museum. Yeah. It was a tenant museum in New York.
And they would just keep their doors open.
They would keep their doors open. And if the kids showed up at your door and said, hey, mom told me you needed help, that person knew, oh, the mom needs their kids out of the house for a little bit. Okay, yeah, come in.
Yeah.
Like, that was the exact...
Oh, yeah, it talked about the lady that was, like, making clothes, and she had, like, 2 work meetings so that the kids would just, hey, I'm going to leave our doors open, so can you just check on them?
Yeah, the lady had work meetings, so she sent her kids over to the neighbor's house, and they said, hey, mom said you needed help with something, and the neighbor said, oh, yeah, come on in. But she knew that she just needed her kids out of the house. Or, like, you know, during... when they would get snowed in, everyone would share food. Just all this stuff that's like gone today. And I don't know if we'll ever get back to that place.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And I may be contributing to the problem because I'm not really doing anything to go out of my way and meet my neighbors.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, yeah, we're not saying this as like a you. We're saying it as like us.
Yeah, it's just something to think about. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Things are just different.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say behind a screen. I do think there is a pressure that I fall into because of social media and how much access we have to people, which is a great thing. But since we have so much access, I feel like I have to know 8 million bajillion people in person, when really I can't even keep up with that. Like,
yeah,
you don't need a ton of people in your life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to you may need to help me figure out how to word this.
I have another thought too, so keep going.
I just think really investing in a few people could be more meaningful than trying to hang out with 8 million people once a month.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, even on like a broader scale, like everybody wants to be like people are chasing, like, I want this amount of followers. Like, think about this. Like, I want 100,000 followers, but none of those followers actually know your heart.
And we don't know them. Like, you wouldn't know them either.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
it's just impossible.
Yeah, yeah.
So there is that barrier there. And I think I'm noticing it a lot since moving here, just focusing on friendships, because we are making new friendships.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in this place right now where we have, I have a couple, like, of me girlfriends. But really, we have two friends here so far. And, like, for us to hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
And I love our community in Kentucky. And in the same breath, it's a really sweet place to be in right now that we know who our call is when we're hanging out with friends. It's like, oh, well, it's them. And we're starting to grow a really deep connection because we're hanging out with these people all the time.
Yeah.
As to where back at home, we would have, again, a great amount of people that we love, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But then it's like, well, we haven't hung out with them in a while. Let's hang out with them.
I think that comes with being there long term.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because, like,
but I just think it's sweet now that it's like, wow, we
have
two
it is cool.
people. Like,
but as we live here longer, I'm sure we'll meet more couple friends, and we'll all meet, and it'll grow. Is what I mean.
100%.
Yeah.
I think it'll be important to really nourish and cherish, though.
Yeah. No, you're right.
The deep
friendships.
So right. Because I do fall into the trap of, like, get to know more and more people because, the more people, the better. But then you're giving 15% to each person when you could be giving 75% to a couple.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I do.
Shout out to our two friends and my girly friends.
I was thinking about what we were talking about. And
which part? You're talking about a lot.
The friendship thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt like one thing that you and I not put pressure on ourselves, but, like, we really wanted to make friends quick when we got here.
And we prayed about it a lot.
Yeah. But I didn't realize I was like this until I think I got married to you or started dating you. But, like, the spontaneity of, like, going to different places with just you is something that I just love. I don't know what it is, but I just love, like, when we first got to Hawaii and it was just us.
Yeah.
Like, there was something so cool. And it was pretty much just us in Hawaii and I mean, like, once we got out of our honeymoon. Like, the honeymoon's a little different. Like, that just feels like a vacation.
Yeah.
And when we first got here and we were just doing everything together, which we still do, but it's a little bit different now. But there's just something to that I just love. Like, I don't know. I felt like I put, like, pressure on, like, we got to find the right place to live and we need to settle down. But, like, why?
Yeah.
Like, we're 23 and 27 years old. We're still very young. And I feel like it's very traditional to be like, oh, yeah, you need to be in the same spot to get settled so that you're not, like, feeling like you're all over the place. It's like, I don't really know if, like, I feel that way.
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
As much as I thought I did.
I do think it's person to person, though.
Yeah.
Because I think you and I both agree there's never going to be a right place.
Exactly.
Something's always going to be better. There's always going to be something newer, something cooler. Mm-hmm. And the hard part about doing what we do is we can take our job anywhere. So
yeah, it's so hard. It's such a hard part of what we do.
It's not hard. It's a blessing, but it's mentally you got to be like, okay, stay where you are. It's not always better. Like, just because you can go doesn't mean you should.
I know. And what I mean by what I'm saying is I think that I kind of put like a fence around me or a fence around us. Like, oh no, we have to stay here. But whenever I started thinking about it, it's like, I just want to be content with where I'm at. It doesn't mean I have to stay where I'm at, but anywhere that I am, I want to be content.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Paul was saying in prison. This is completely different. But what Paul was saying in prison is like, I can be like, I have found the secret to being content. And that's because like your contentment isn't based on how many friends you have. Your contentment isn't based on whether you're single or in a relationship. Your contentment isn't based on where you live. It's based on of who you are in Christ Jesus and resting in his finished work.
Well, I just finished reading Ecclesiastes, and Solomon was just talking about like literally everything's meaningless. Like at the end of the day, you can have everything and it's never going to be enough. I literally read that exact verse of like, people spend their entire life searching for more and more and more and more. They miss the actual point of life.
Yeah.
Like, there's never going to be the point that you hit. But what I was going to add to what you were saying is, I think that, especially in today's day and age, I think this is a little bit more common. And I think this stuff kind of evolves and comes in decades and phases. And, it's what was, it's the 90s and the 80s and the 2000s. Like, everything kind of has the trend. Mm-hmm. I do think, though, that there are certain kinds of people that are starting to understand that the stereotypical way of life is not the thing that you have to do.
Yeah.
And we are so blessed to be able to think like that, because not everyone can think like that. But what I mean is, like, the idea that you have to have one career for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. Like, you can have many different careers. That may not be what one person wants. Like, one person may want to climb the corporate ladder, and that's great for that person. One person may want to try a couple things out and find something and then settle. That's great. There may be one person that, I want to work a couple years here, a couple years there, a couple years. Great. Go for it. That's just not as common. And I think it's the same thing with this, like, unsaid pressure of, like, well, once you get married and then you have kids, you settle down. You don't necessarily have to do that. You can kind of go where you want and stay here for a couple years, stay there for a couple years. Is it for the benefit of your kid? Well, you're going to have to figure that out down the road. Yeah. Because you're going to want them to go to a school and have friends and have community and be able to grow up socially in a place where they don't, because you hear all these, like, military kids that move around, and it is kind of hard for them to have friends, make long lasting friends and stuff. But I mean, what I was just getting to is, you don't have to find a place and settle down. Mm-hmm. Like, you can just be here, be there, and go, and plenty of people do it. I just think there's a lot of things to consider with that. Yeah. It's like, well, you may not have that long lasting community that you want, because you're moving every couple of years.
Yeah, well, you're just not going to.
Yeah. And, there's pros of moving a lot, and there's cons of moving a lot. I think you just have to, I really just think it comes down to the person. I don't think there's a one blanket thing.
And I don't know why we're talking about moving so much, but.
No, we're just kind of going with the flow.
Yeah. But I think for kids' sake, I think it is a little different.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, you're still developing and things like that. I feel like it's very important to stay somewhere. Well, not very important. Obviously, things happen, like kids' jobs and like military. Like, some things are just out of your control.
Yeah. Well, and this is us just guessing.
Yeah.
So we don't have kids.
Yeah.
But from what I observe from our friends that have kids, I think traveling with kids seems like a lot. Not impossible, but just a lot. I mean, we travel with Lucky, and it's like, wow, this is a lot more.
I was someone that stayed right where they were for their entire childhood in life, and I think that boasted really well for me, in the sense that I had very, like, lifelong, like, lifelong. I did move away, so those friendships aren't as strong. But from however old I was as a kid to 18 years old in high school, I think it was really, really beneficial for me to have those friends.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Because as a kid, it's just different than, like, we're in our 20s now.
Yeah, definitely.
Not that we're, like, some wise people, but we are. I think my brain's fully developed now, right?
Yeah, I think so. You're 27? I think boys develop at 27.
27?
Yeah, I think girls are 23, I think.
Must be why I'm getting so smart.
Probably. But, I mean, I do think a year in Hawaii could be cool, like, before we have kids. It's like a pre-baby moon before, like, a baby. Or, I mean, who knows? We could raise kids in Hawaii and then boom. I don't think I'll ever stop thinking about Hawaii.
We got, the thing is, and I know what you're going to say to this, but we did it for 6 weeks, and you were so ready to go to the other side of the U.S.
Okay, I was going through a lot.
I know, but what I'm saying is your life is never just going to be perfect.
That's why I started with what I started.
Yeah.
With the grass is always going to be greener.
Yeah.
It's always going to be greener. I was
just rebuttaling. I have to play devil's advocate.
I think I just want to experience the real minimalist life. Like, really minimalist. Like, a couple shirts, a couple shoes, a couple shorts. You get you know, you eat the food from the garden. Like, I've just always craved, like, wanted to know what that
Interesting.
feels like. Like, whenever, before we got married, remember when I was looking at a work exchange thing, and I was looking at farms in Hawaii because I just wanted to know, like, what that was like. I don't know. I could hate it. But again, this is all just talking for fun. I'm not sitting here like, oh, I need to experience this to like feel content.
I love how we had a full week of contentment and like honestly, this week has been amazing because it really put different perspective in it. And like 20 minutes of our podcast this week is talking about.
But this is just for fun.
Yeah.
We're not sitting here being like, oh, I just feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah,
like, I need this. Like, this is just simply for fun. I could never go to Hawaii again in my life and be like...
I'd be kind of sad, though.
Yeah, it would be sad, but some people never get to experience it anyways.
Yeah.
And I could be completely content with just staying in this house for the rest of my life, never going anywhere.
Yep.
Because I have Jesus. Mm-hmm. And that's all I need. That's literally all I need.
That's right.
And maybe, like, some AC when it gets cold.
Yeah.
But if there's no AC, Jesus will provide me a blanket. Like, you know what I mean?
Wait, why would you want a blanket if there was no AC?
I mean, heat.
Well, living in Florida, we don't want heat.
Yeah, we want AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We'll have AC year round. We'll never turn the heat on.
I heard it gets cold somewhat in the winter.
Not to the point where we'll turn the heat on, I don't think.
I don't know. Okay, what was the high and the low of your week this week?
Oh, man. High was definitely our mornings together, but it's not even close. Abby and I made a list of marriage non-negotiables.
Yeah. Do you remember them?
Number 1 was...
Pray every day together?
Pray every day together. No. First one was read our Bibles first thing together.
Yeah.
Second was out loud prayer together every single day. Lucky's itching. 3. What was 3?
We need to have a time for us to sit together and be.
Yes.
So if we read our Bibles separately, we still need to make time that day to be together in the presence of the Holy Spirit. I think. And then another one was like continue to further our one-on-one relationships with Jesus too.
And then the last one was to be where our feet is at, essentially. Be where our feet are at. That's what I said.
You said be where our feet is at.
No, I didn't. I said are.
You did, Ryan. You said be where...
Check the camera.
No, you said be where my feet... Why would I stop myself from correcting you if you said it right the first time?
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get better about... It doesn't matter. If you say something that I wouldn't say it that way, it's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, it's off of... I forget the verse, but... Why worry about tomorrow when tomorrow has enough worries for itself?
Mm-hmm. And I think...
We're living for today.
I think Ryan and I in dating were very adamant about not, like, coming... Help me word this. Coming together with the Lord. Rather, we wanted to, like, each of us individually go to the Lord and then have, like, us come together when we were married, basically. We just didn't want to pretend, like... in our spiritual life we were married when we weren't.
We just never wanted to play married.
Yeah. And so then when we did get married, I think we didn't really make a shift as much. And so we're right now getting to this point where we're like, we're not really going to God together and we are one, so we should. And God is always going to come first in the marriage and is the center of the marriage. And like, you love God more than me. I love God more than you. But like, we are not together.
Why do you keep touching me?
Because it doesn't touch you. But we are... Bro, stop. Okay. But we are not... We're just not operating together in Christ. We were operating still separately and then talking to each other about Christ of like what we learn, what we're learning separately.
Well, I was thinking too, I was talking to my friend about this. I want to grow up I want my kids to, and this is very reflective, but I want my kids to see his or her.
Bro.
Sorry.
We're going to have all girls just because you said that.
That's fine. We can have a full softball team.
Is Ryan a girl dad or a boy dad? Let me know.
We can have a full volleyball or softball team.
Or theater kids.
But this is a reflective thing this week is I want my kids growing up watching his mom or her mom and dad reading the Word of God together. So I really want to, and those habits don't start like, oh, we finally have a child, now we start those habits. No, like those habits are formed now. The beginning of our marriage. It's kind of like when you're single, it's like you don't wait to become a godly guy once you get the girl. You become a godly guy and seek after Jesus, and you know, maybe a girl will come from that, or a guy will come from that, you know.
You're being really mindful now.
Yeah.
Of that. I think another hot take that I have is that I want our kids to see us handle conflict.
Yeah.
I don't want our kids growing up being like, Mom and Dad are fighting again, like that kind of thing. But I want them to see that conflict is inevitable in a relationship, and this is how you handle it.
I've been thinking about kids a lot lately.
Okay, and? I
don't know why, I just have.
Okay. And?
It's really all I got. I've just been a little reflective on what it's like going to be like if we were blessed with children one day.
And?
That's all I got.
You haven't figured out what it'll be?
What it'll be? What do you mean what it'll be?
Well, you said you've been reflecting on what it'll be like.
Well, no, what I mean when I say reflecting, I just mean like what it looks like to be a dad and to be a good husband in front of your kids. So I'm not that I'm thinking like, oh, this is what it's going to be like when I have a kid. More so just like, what does my life look like right now? And what are the areas that I need to really, really be intentional about sharpening so that one day when my kids are watching me, they say, my dad's like Jesus. You know, that sort of thing. Not so much like, oh, one day when my kids. It's more so like that.
I think when we have kids, we're going to become completely different people.
I don't know about that. What?
I think you just see the world way differently.
We probably will, but like,
I think you see God way differently.
I feel like people said that when you become married, things like change drastically, and nothing has really changed in my opinion.
Okay,
other than we just like sleep together.
No,
wink.
I think looking back on where we were a year ago, I think things have changed drastically. I just think they happen over time that you don't notice.
And that could be very ignorant of me because I don't know what it's like to have a child.
Well, think about us a year ago. We're coming up on 1 year of marriage.
Shout out. 7 days away from 1 year of marriage.
1 week away from 1 full year of marriage. And you had never seen me actively deal with an eating disorder. Think about everything we've overcome this year.
I guess what I'm saying is I just feel like people, when you would hear like everything changes when you get married. I feel like I heard that, but I feel like when we got married, everything didn't change. It happens over time. And what I mean by like when you have your kid, everything changes. It's like, it is a little bit different because you're responsible for a child like eating, sleeping, and breathing.
Yeah.
But
we have no idea.
Oh yeah, we have no idea. So if I'm being ignorant, just like say, Ryan, you're ignorant.
I do think it will change drastically because the second you go home from that hospital, you have a baby.
Yeah.
Your entire purpose in life is now
you're
different.
Right. It is going to change. I guess I was trying to figure out, because when something happens, you kind of don't think about the change. You just like react to like what's going on. And then you look up 6 months later and you're like, oh, things have changed. But like, I didn't think about that change right in the moment.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of what I mean. It's like when we have a child, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, everything just changed. Because I'm just going to be like reacting to what God has done in our life. Versus a year later, I'm probably going to be super reflective and be like, whoa, our lives look so different now. So you're right. I just kind of meant it differently.
No, I was understanding what you were saying. I was more so trying to help you verbalize it outward to the general public.
So people weren't like, gosh, this guy.
So people weren't like, he has no idea.
Yeah.
Which we don't have an idea.
Yeah, we don't.
We're not claiming to have an idea, but I was picking up what you were putting down.
But I will say I would love for my kids to grow up and like we'd be able to walk to the beach from like 10 minutes away. That's the dream.
If the Lord has it in his plans for us, he'll provide a way. He'll open a door and we'll walk through it. Or we'll ask him and he'll bless it or he won't. Open that door up. And what's your low for the week?
Oh, shoot. Whoa. I don't know. Have you asked me this already?
I asked you what your high was. And then we started talking about raising kids and walking home from the hospital with a baby. What's your low?
I have no idea what my low is. I'll have
no
think.
Low?
So you go and I'll think.
No low.
Shawty got low.
I know what my low is.
Apple bottom jean boots with the fur.
I know what my low is.
Club was looking at. Go ahead.
My low was the night. The night. We were trying to get Lucky to stop biting her crate. And I was outside watching Dawson's Creek, and Ryan was in bed.
Yeah. Can we paint the picture, though?
Yeah.
So we have been waiting all day for Lucky to start. Of course, the time we finally start monitoring her biting the crate, she doesn't bite it. And we have been waiting all day, like checking on her, but whatever. We finally put her in the crate for the night to go to bed. She starts biting her crate. I go to correct her. Our thing's dead.
Yeah, the remote that I have here.
So it's just like a little vibrate that kind of just corrects her, and we use it.
It's not a shock collar.
Yeah, we use
it
for positive reinforcement too. It's just how we communicate with her. We can't just be like, "Hey, Lucky, stop doing that," because she's deaf.
Yeah. So this is we literally have to use this.
So we use that for positive as well. It's not just like bad.
Well, even the bad isn't bad. The bad is Lucky. The bad isn't ouch.
Yeah. But what I was saying was, it was dead, and we couldn't use it, so Lucky's just over there biting all over her crate.
And I was like, Ryan, she's biting, go. And he starts clicking the button, and it's not vibrating her. And
I was down bad, y'all.
He goes, and then puts the remote on the couch, and it's like, oh my gosh. And I was like, whoa, because I kind of was like, oh,
it was midnight too.
Ryan goes, the remote's dead, and I just kind of like laughed, and I was like, oh my gosh, of course, like this would happen. That's where Ryan goes, ah! And I was like, oh shoot, and then he just walks into the bedroom, and I was like, okay, and then I just kept watching Dawson's Creek. Then we woke up that morning, and Ryan goes,
well, no, I said that night, I'm not mad at you.
No, yeah, you did.
Yeah, I said, I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at the situation.
Yeah. But you didn't cool off until the morning.
Yeah,
which is okay. And then, well, it was also like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I came out, and Ryan was like, I'm sorry that I didn't control my anger. And I was like, it's okay. I was just glad it wasn't at me, but we still need to
keep that in check.
Yeah, just keep it in check. But my high was our week this week with our Bible time, but since you already said that, I'll say a different one. I think my high this week was, I think just hanging out with friends. Like, I really am enjoying hanging out with these 2 little friends that we've got.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Mm-hmm. God's been good in blessing us with people that kind of are welcoming us with open arms, and not just welcoming us, but also inviting us to do things. Like, it's nice to feel wanted.
Yeah, we're going to go have pizza night tonight.
Yeah, we're having pizza tonight.
Sourdough pizza.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's another high. I made 2 sourdough loaves. The first one was mid. Second one was pretty good.
Second one was great.
Yeah.
First one was good too. Abby's not giving herself.
It was really crunchy on the top and a little gummy on the inside, but I let the second loaf cool better, and so then the texture turned out better.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your low?
That was my low too, so that's all I got.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we had a great week.
We did have a great week, and tomorrow's going to be an even better week.
Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
We're so cringe.
All right.
We're real cringe.
I got to pee so bad.
Okay, you go pee. Hey, listen, everybody.
Story time's not happening because we're not getting very many stories, unfortunately.
No, we are getting stories. I think we're just missing, like, we're missing something that I think we need to do, like, a full episode of story times rather than, like, a story each episode.
Oh, okay, I like that.
Like, once a month we do a
react to a bunch of stories.
To this story, react to this story,
react to that
I like
story. That.
So let's game plan a little bit. Let's game plan a little bit.
Okay.
And then we'll, like, kind of announce the game plan next week, and then first week of June we'll be like story time episode.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Maybe the first.
And if you're wondering what we're talking about, we introduced a new segment to the pod called Story Time with the Luckets. Is that what it's called?
It's called Letters to the Luckets.
Called Letters to the Luckets, where you send in your craziest, funniest, most embarrassing, hilarious / story to that'slifepotty@gmail.com. That is that'slifepotty@gmail.com. PODDY potty.
Our posture's really bad in these chairs right now.
Yeah, I'm slumped over.
I'm also slumped.
But yeah.
We'll give more details next week. Right now, just be brewing
or send your story.
I mean, send a story, but I think we need to have like
an actual theme send their story.
Of like send a story, like send a crazy wedding story or send a this story. Okay. Because if I was listening, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'll just send a random story. I need some guidelines.
Okay, here. I like that. Yeah, you're right.
So let's marinate on hard launch next week, and then we'll hard launch the prompt next week.
All right.
And then for the we'll do first week of every month.
Okay.
There. And see, this is what a work meeting looks like for Abby and Ryan. We just go back and forth. And that's that.
And that's
life. And that's all we have. So, hey, our camera didn't die and it's been like over an hour. Guys.
And the quality looks good.
Does this mean that we're like...
Are we back?
Are we so back?
We might be back.
Yeah, we're back. Let's go. Hey, we love you. Jesus loves you. And, don't do that. Stop. Don't.
Aw.
Take my stop the first time.
All right, I'm sorry. I was just poking your armpit.
And it hurt and tickled at the same time.
Did it hurt?
It hurt. Ouch.
It did not hurt.
Ouch. Love you. Jesus loves you. And Ryan, I'm serious. I said when I say stop the first time, that's why I mean stop.
I'm sorry.
And that's life. Bye.
Bye.